Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going with a brand new inventory unit. This just showed up about 2 days ago. This is a Ciamrron Norstar with an Outlaw Proline conversion in it. So it is a living quarter, 4-horse trailer. We're 8 wide, 7'7" tall. The Proline by Outlaw, what that is, to give you guys a little idea of the differences. If you go Proline, it's more their production model. It's preset plans that you get to pick from. Not as many custom options, but still the same cool, great quality you get with Outlaw. When you jump up to their full Outlaw conversion, you're gonna get, all the customizable options. Same quality, it's just they have to do a little more engineering to make it a little more custom for you. So again, this is a 12/8 Outlaw conversion. We'll jump up here. We'll start off in our living area for you guys today. Then we'll work around some of the trailer side amenities as well. Of course, we have our fold-up steps, standard on all our Cimarrons that we order for inventory purposes. So we step up in here. We are just our standard kind of drop wall, no pony wall, anything like that. Bed area up in the nose. Did a little different stuff up here in the nose. Instead of our standard double door wardrobe, we have shelves on each side, wardrobe in the middle. You can see the nice valance accents above each of our side kick-out windows up there. Those are escape grade kick-out windows. Storage here next to your bed area. Great place to put, remote, stuff like that. Stuff you need stored, easy access from your bed. Above our sofa sleeper, again, more storage. As much storage as we can fit in trailers as we can. I know it's kind of tough just because trailers are trailers. There's not great places to really fit a whole bunch of storage, but again, we try to give you guys as much storage as we possibly can on these guys. 72-inch sofa fold-out sleeper right here. Again, those nice valance accents. You are going to have day and night blinds on all of your windows on this trailer as well. Show you just how easy this sofa folds out for you guys to sleep on. Again, nice bed area. You can easily sleep, 2 to 4 people in here. 3 if you're not running kids on the sofa sleeper. But again, I've slept on one of these sofa sleepers pretty much my whole life growing up, traveling with my parents and my brothers, or my brother, and again, never had a problem sleeping on that. Super comfortable. We get our big full-size fridge over here in the corner. I believe this is a 7.0 fridge. Thing I like about them is they're not those little pony fridges where you have your freezer inside your fridge area as well. You do get separate areas. Will run off gas and propane as well, whatever, or propane and electric, whatever you kind of want to run on. If you're hooked up, it'll automatically switch for you guys if you unplug from power. But again, you get your nice freezer area up top, separate fridge in the bottom. Again, all wood paneling to match. Again, wherever we can fit storage, we can. Again, nice little storage above that fridge for some, smaller items, maybe notebooks, stuff like that. Before we jump into our bathroom area, we do have our convection microwave. Do have our countertop. Nice sink with a cover as well to kind of give you guys some more countertop space to cut on if you need to in this sink area. We have our cooktop, again, covered with countertop. So again, giving you guys plenty of countertop space and kind of a smaller package where you don't have room to do like, a glass cooktop or an above counter cooktop. Below that sink, we do have your hot water heater and some nice storage. They trade this sink out so it has a nice place to rest. So again, your sink and plumbing is not really running down into your hot water heater, giving you guys a nice area. Drawers below cooktop. You will get an Outlaw brochure with any Outlaw trailer you guys order. Cool thing about these brochures, and you get a quick look. They're going to come with some, kind of winterization kits for you guys, but it'll also come with anything they put in this trailer. There'll be a manual for it. So this microwave is going to have its own manual. The TVs will have manuals. Any appliance is going to have a manual. So that way you can quickly reference anything for this trailer. If you need to service anything, and if you have a little problem, all the manuals individually for the trailer, as well as individually for all the appliances you're going to get as well, which is really nice. Behind me, I want to point out, this is something new we've been doing the past couple of years, and it's usually the #1 question we get after we sell you guys a new LQ is, hey, I can't get my propane to work. Fridge isn't working, cooktop's not working, something like that. You do have a safety valve for your propane check in this trailer. Easiest thing to do is your propane's not working, and this valve right here is not lit up. You just hold your little valve button, it will click that propane valve on, and then your propane will start flowing. Probably the #1 issue we get on new trailers or new LQ owners where people haven't dealt with, a safety switch on these newer trailers. That is where it is. It'll be that little round circle, and again, you hit that valve button, it's going to click on and give you guys some propane. Below that is your AC and furnace control. Below that is all your controls for your trailer. So again, your fresh tank levels, black tank levels, gray tank levels, your battery fill, which right now we are running off generators, so our batteries are charging. We do have our pump and our hot water heater there as well. You roll into the bathroom. Again, this is a 12/8, so it's gonna be a little smaller setup bathroom, but again, a nice little layout. We have toilet here with wardrobe behind that. Again, great place for towels, storage, stuff like that. Again, a little kind of medicine cabinet storage here, and kind of using up some smaller space that would normally be walled off, but giving you guys a nice place to store medicine and stuff. Big double mirror cabinet here. Again, great medicine cabinet. You always end up stuck with a bunch of stuff you don't think you're gonna have in a trailer for some reason. Back in our dead corner here, we do have kind of your hand towel area, great little dead corner area to kind of hide some stuff out of the way. Nice sink. Storage down low. It's actually a cool little double access storage. So you kind of have your plumbing right here, which makes it a little difficult to hide stuff here, but this is a great place for a toilet paper holder. Then again, from this side, you can a little bit more easier access this and store your towels and stuff down low if you guys need to. The big wardrobe in this guy, we do have a huge closet. For this being a 12/8 short wall, it is a huge closet. We have our double storage rods, one high, one low. We have our removable table base and our table, so again, you can slide that around the trailer, have a nice place to eat. Since we do just have the couch in a smaller package, it doesn't allow us to do a dinette. So 99% of the time, you guys are gonna get a table that's movable for you guys in here to eat off of. You will notice down low we have easy access to our water pump and drain valve, so you can easily winterize this trailer as well. It's easily labeled, it's labeled on the inside, everything's color coded, it's super easy for you guys. And they give you guys an instruction in the Outlaw book on how to do it if you guys wanted to winterize and de-wind yourself. Last little thing here in the bathroom, we do have a fridge. It's a radius fridge. Again, everything's kind of taken apart now because it is winterized. We're still cold here in Colorado this time of year. Again, you have a nice skylight to give you guys some more headroom. Again, we always like try to throw skylights in, one for light, but for two, it's harder to get those extra tall showers in these trailers just because of the P-trap we have to do underneath them. So we do like to throw that skylight in to give you guys light, but once again, give some taller people some extra headroom in these kind of smaller horse trailer areas. Over here in our corner, we do have a towel hanger inside our shower. So again, you can keep your towels organized out of the way. You jump out of the shower, let the shower dry for a little bit, hang your towel back up, and it's gonna dry off for you guys to be ready to use. We do have behind me, of course, pass-through door into our stall area. We're not gonna run through it right now, but just giving you guys an idea. You can easily use that front stall as a mud room. A lot of people love the pass-through. Some people don't, but a lot of people do. I would say more than the other way, the pass-through door is gonna be great for you guys. Again, it's a great setup. We have some hat racks here above our entry door to keep all of your hats kind of out of the way. You spend a lot of money on cowboy hats, so you want to keep them nice and safe. Lastly, before we run out of here, huge closet right here and you come in the door. Great place for storage, coats, stuff you're going to grab on your way out the door, shoes, boots, stuff like that. We have our main deck for the trailer. This is going to run DVD, CD, Blu-ray, stuff like that. You're going to have AM, Bluetooth plug-in. You have HDMI access, headphone access, auxiliary USB. But this is your whole deck for the whole trailer, whether it's controlling your AM, FM, your inside, outside speakers. Your TV is going to run off this as well through your speakers. This TV is a mounted, movable TV, so you can watch it from either the couch or the bed area. It's a bigger TV than you're going to see standard on some of these trailers as well. It's a really cool trailer setup. It's a small package, so you're not getting this huge, lengthy trailer that you can't fit in the gas station or anywhere. But really, really nice LQ layout. Move down the side, we do have our rollout awning. It is an electric awning. Simply push a button inside and that'll roll out and give you guys some nice shade. We do have our flameless windows, our outside speakers. We do have lights underneath that awning as well. So this will really light up at night. If you get this awning laid out, you can easily run this awning out, nice summer night. You have plugs here to cook in, like an electric smoker, anything like that. You can set up outside and cook. Just a nice little hangout area outside for you guys. Another LED light at the back of your awning, so you have plenty of light again underneath that awning. Big upgrade on this trailer. We do have drop windows on both sides, so full drops on our head, full drops on our hip, giving plenty of airflow through this trailer. We're on two 8,000-pound Dexter rubber torsion axles on this trailer. You can see up high we do have another 16-inch awning light on this tie outside. You're going to have one of those on each side to be able to give you guys enough light to be able to see what you're doing on this trailer. You're going to have tie rings on each one of your 4-horse, so each one of your stall areas is going to have a tie ring. So you're going to have 4 on this side, 4 on the off side. If you're ordering a trailer, we absolutely don't have to keep it 4 and 4. We can do 4 low, 4 high, we can do 5, 6, whatever you guys want. The standard typically for our Transwest inventory trailers, you're gonna have 1 per horse per side. Big drop downs. This side's a little different than the other side just because we don't have our drop jail bars, but you'll still have the option to run your sliding type windows inside as well. Something we do on trailers, then we get up to that kind of 26 to 30 foot area, anything over that size, we are going to standard just throw on some amber turn signals for you guys. Bigger trailers, it's not a huge add-on, but it really lets people next to you know that you're trying to get over. Bigger trailers, you're a little further back, from your truck area. So that just clicks on when you turn your turn signals on, hazards, anything like that, and lets people know back here that you're trying to get over as well. Up top, as we kind of roll our way around to this work side, or the load side, you can see we do have a generator that's powering this video right now. It's a Cummins Onan 4000 gas generator. We have a full deck and a hay rack up there as well. The cool thing I like about these decks is we do them a lot just because you can see you go up your ladder, you'll have a fine deck to walk on. Everything's kind of flat flowing. First having to climb on the roof and then have that generator set a little higher than the roof. Doing that deck extension behind that hay rack just makes it a lot more simpler for you guys, a lot more easy access and easy to use. For our tack room on these trailers, again, trying to condense this package down into more of a rapid travel trailer, not like a full-blown rodeo rig. It's fully travel, and we do just have our smaller folding rear tack. Removable saddle post back here. We are fully carpeted anywhere we do bridle hooks. 4-pull gas swing out shock, blanket bars on the doors. If you watched my videos before, I think these are great just because you're not having to fight that door. Once you get 1 or 2 sets on, if this one swing out, it's really hard to get your other 2 sets on just because you're fighting not only the blankets but the door. This allows you to come off and slide all your blankets on from the front, easily turn that over and close it against that wall, and it kind of secures everything for travel. But again, a nice little tack room. Again, it's not the biggest because we're trying to condense the size on this. To go to a full rear tack or a mid tack, you're adding 2 to 4 feet of length. And that's just not feasible for some people. We like to set some up with big rear tacks. We like to set some up with this tack to kind of have a variety for you guys. We have a brush tray down low, so for some show sheen, fly spray, storage, stuff like that, boots. We have our 30 amp power cord. This is a 30 amp trailer. Anything under 16 foot is typically going to be a 30 amp. Anything over 16 is going to be a 50 amp. It really depends on how many ACs the trailer has, on how much amperage we need. It is just a jump in rear load. We can easily add a rear ramp to these guys if you need us to. We did upgrade to our airflow bar type dividers. Again, this is a great upgrade. Anyone who probably sees them really likes to do them. Let your horses see each other. It lets the airflow a little better. If you have some horses that get pretty buddy sour, this is going to kind of help defeat that. Same thing with our head grills. We are airflow type. We can go to your standard, just solid type, which just takes these bars out and puts aluminum paneling. Or we can do a mix and match. I have a trailer right now that has a couple of each in them, depending on what horses they're hauling and where. So again, we can do a lot of cool stuff for you guys. Front stall, it is our stud divider with airflow. So again, you can use this front stall as a nice mudroom into this pass-through door that I showed you guys from the LQ area. Again, all pass-throughs will open into your stall area, just because we don't want them to open into the LQ, to where if a horse was to lean and flex this wall, it's not going to open that LQ and make your horses in danger. They're always going to have pressure on that and keep that closed. But again, nice place to use a mudroom into that LQ. If you're not using it as a mudroom, you can use it to store hay, grain, totes, feed bunks, stuff like that. Really slick setup, or you can haul hay, get the hay out, use it as a mudroom. It's a really great design. In your front stall, you are set up for a corner canvas feed bag. We can easily get you guys one of those. We stock them here. We have a chest bar to keep your horse from leaning on your escape door as well. And you can tell we're going to have 2 tie rings for each one of our stalls inside the trailer. One to tie your horse, one to hang feed bags, whatever you guys like to do. If you don't like running your corner feed bags, you like running something else, you can do that. We are 8 wide in this trailer, so keep in mind you are going to have mangers and a wheel well on your backside. Mangers are great, feeding, graining, stuff like that. They're easy to clean. Get where you're going. You can run your jack up and just water this guy back to your rear drain. Everything cleans really simple. And again, you're not really losing much space for your horses. A lot of people are concerned about mangers because they think that once they add those mangers, the horses lose in room, but your horse's head is going to be over the mangers. Typically, it's going to be up high over that way anyway. They're not losing any chest to butt room. Their head is above those mangers, so they're not really losing any room. You're just getting that additional storage that would typically be just kind of dead space in an 8 wide trailer. Now, if you do a 6-10 wide trailer with more mangers, it's kind of a different story. You want to make sure your horse is going to fit in there. But definitely on an 8 wide, your average horse, maybe even some of your bigger horses, you're going to have no problem fitting their heads up over these mangers. Before I jump out, this is a collapsible rear tack room. I forgot to mention that as we walk around. So again, if you maybe have a bigger horse, you're not taking tack, or someone else is hauling your tack for the weekend, you can easily take this saddle rack out. You can fold this tack wall over, have a little more room for that rear horse. If you're helping some people move, you're moving furniture, maybe hauling ATV side by side, if you can get them to fit, you can just fold this wall over out of the way, or take it completely out and have a little more room for load space in this trailer as well. You have LED awning lights above each one of your rear doors. This is a 60-40 split, so we're going to have 8-inch awning light, 8-inch awning light above each door to give you and your horses enough light to be able to see what you're doing while you're pulling tack, loading and offloading horses, kind of whatever you need to do in this trailer, you know, to have enough light to do so. Move around to our head side of this trailer. Again, another good look at that deck up there, along as our sheeted hay rack on this trailer. Keep in mind, it is just a hay rack. It's not going to have a lid. We kind of have 3 options we do with Ciamrron. We do our hay racks of various sizes. We'll do our non-integrated pod, which is basically a hay rack with a lid. Then we'll do our integrated pod, which adds a roof line in there so you don't see that break. So we have 3 kind of options we can run by you guys. This is kind of the more standard option of just that hay rack. On our head side, really similar to our hip side, the exception of we have these manger doors for storage. So you're going to have plenty of storage in these manger doors. They're 18 inches deep, and they're going to go all the length of those back 3 stalls. Again, nice area to throw buckets, grain, ropes, anything you need out of the way that, you know, you're not going to have super easy access to because it's not in your main tack room, but stuff that you're going to access when you get there, pulling grain totes out, hay bags, chairs if you're hanging out at your trailer, outdoor stuff like that, barbecue grills. Great place to store stuff. Again, we try to fit as much space on these living quarters. We know you're using them. We know you're living in them. Try to fit as much storage so you can take whatever amenities you need from home with you. But we are running our big Ciamrron drops. They're 3-style drop, kind of like I mentioned on the hip. You're going to have your sliding type window built in. You are going to have jail bars as well. The thing I like about running mangers with jail bars, it's super easy to access the manger tray from the outside. So if you have your hay bales out here, you can easily just, from the outside of the trailer, feed your horses while you're going down the road. It's super, super easy to run these jail bars. And then again, you are going to have LED awning light above this head side as well, in 4 tie rings for 4 horses on this outside. Good outside look of that fold-up step here, accessing that escape door. And we know you guys are going to use it for storage if you're only hauling 3 horses, stuff like that. So we try to give you guys a nice, easy access into there, especially with that door serving as more of a boot room. Great way to have that step on this trailer. Let's keep working our way down. Kind of all your access stuff is going to be on this side. You know, fridge access, heater access, your city water connection, your 30-amp plug. Keep working our way down. Big frameless window over that couch. So again, giving you guys a bunch of natural light. And then our fresh city water connection there as well. Work up to the front of this trailer. It's going to be pretty standard for most of our LQs. We are going to have the upgraded 30-pound propane tanks underneath our nose. Again, more propane you can always take, the better. Our battery box here with our batteries, our new RedArc system, our controls for our electric over hydraulic, our electric over hydraulic jack here. Again, on all of our Cimarrons, you are going to get the model of the electric hydraulic jack that does come with your override system. Just had a case last week where we couldn't figure out why the batteries couldn't get them to work. We did have the ability to just go ahead and hand crank this off the trailer so our customers weren't stranded. So we always have that option for you guys. We have a matching wheel and tire to the rest of the wheels and tires on this trailer. You get a flat, get a blowout, you do have matching wheel and tire as well. Up above, we do have your mounted sewer hose connection. So again, it's under the nose, kind of out of the way. Don't bump your head on it. I forget about it all the time. But yeah, great setup underneath here. The only other thing we can add would be like a roll-up door. Again, in the opinion of trying to keep this a smaller trailer, adding a roll-up door adds about a foot of length to a trailer. So we were kind of trying to keep this a smaller package, so keep that in mind. Up here to finish off kind of our main safety features, we are going to have our B&W coupler, safety chains, breakaway cables, and our 7-pin ran back to its housing in the back. So again, a nice 4-horse setup. Little kind of complete package. You're going to have a nice laid out LQ, great option tack area, stall area. It's a really nice, well optioned trailer. We just got in a couple days ago. If you're interested in this trailer, the stock number is 5N241341. It's a 2025 Cimarron Norstar 4-horse LQ, 12/8 short wall by Outlaw Conversions. Great trailer. If you're looking for LQs right now, now's the time. We are fully loaded with LQs. Probably more LQs sitting on our lot than I've ever seen in the past 5 years. If you're interested in LQs, this one, another one we have sitting here, we do have more on order as well. Feel free to give me a call, and I'd be happy to show you guys what we have for options. Again, my name is Tanner here at Transwest Truck Trailer in Frederick, Colorado. Phone number is 303-684-3409. Thanks for tuning in.